In 1982, there were 23,600 fires in the state of Wisconsin, causing $104 million in property damage, over 1,100 injuries, and 141 deaths. A useless waste, and one that could be prevented with the help of a simple spray, a fire retardant spray called Fire Check, and it does work. Fire Check and its prototypes has been around for quite a few years, although it has not been available to the general public. Why? Well, like any new product, it first has to be approved by all the proper authorities, so Fire Check went through years of extensive testing before everyone was satisfied that it does indeed prevent fires under any number of circumstances, that it won't wash or wear away, and that it is not toxic.
I think the product itself speaks for itself. It's good.
Paul Hinkhaus is proprietor of New Franken Insurance, just one of a growing number of local and national agents that have seen the product demonstrated, are convinced it works, and agree that policy owners that have their homes treated with Fire Check are a lower risk. Paul even had his home treated.
I've seen the product in demonstrations of Fire Check. I feel that the quality of it is very good and should justifiably deserve a discount of between 15 and 25%.
Now, I don't know about you, but when I first heard about this stuff, I was more than just a little bit skeptical. So the first thing I asked was, okay, now what happens if you take a match and treat it in Fire Check and then hold the treated match over an open flame? What's going to happen? Yeah, well, there's your answer. I'm impressed. To further prove the effectiveness of Fire Check, Bill had his own demonstration set up simulating possible fire hazards in the home. The first using an electric spark to set fire to a napkin that was not treated with Fire Check. This one was treated and sprayed with gas.
Can you still wipe your mouth with that?
Both of these shingled A-frames were given a gasoline bath. The one on the right was treated with Fire Check. But before we could start our fire, another fire had to be put out.
Grass fire.
It wasn't long before the fire department returned, so we started over, pouring more gas on the A-frames. I was sure glad they had just practiced putting out a fire, because it looked like this one was going to be a biggie.
When fire or any type of flame is hit on this cedar, okay, it'll form a barrier between the fire and the wood itself, and it'll pop and take oxygen out of the air. Therefore, it becomes a fire barrier, and the fire don't burn if there's not oxygen.
Now, when you treat a home, do you apply it all over the place or in specific areas where?
We can apply it on anything in the home. We go in the home, we try to apply it where the fire's most likely to start. We do above the furnace in the basement, major electrical wiring in the basement and the attic. We do the roof rafters in the attic, the ceiling joists in the vent of a chimney fire. If flame came out, there's nothing there that's going to ignite.
An ignited, ruptured gas line would show no mercy. I opened up a propane bottle on the treated A-frame that wouldn't burn before. A lot of good it did me. It's a fact that most fire-related deaths are caused by smoke inhalation. Fire Check not only snuffs flames, but retards smoke development by 50%. Part of this gas-soaked old mattress was treated, part of it wasn't. See the difference?
After seeing this burn, I'm very well convinced on this Fire Check that I will be getting some put in my home for the protection of my home and also for my family.
Has your company and its history ever been taken to court liable for some sort of fire damage?
Not at all. Every home that we protected with Fire Check, we have good response with the product. We have had several fires with Fire Check installed, and no insurance claims whatsoever.
Man has had a love-hate relationship with fire since he first discovered it. It warms and it burns. It cooks and it burns. It's pretty, but it can choke you to death. It's comforting to know the odds are starting to turn more in our favor. We have the edge on preventing our possessions and our lives from going up in smoke.